up, Misfits one and all, and welcome to this episode of Ask Me Anything or Say Something Funny, the Deuce. The show where we read questions or one-liners from our supporters or get them to say something funny. The entire show is sponsored by our supporters, like our channel members who are listed in the description below and who you can become a part of by clicking that join button, ba-doop-ba-doop, boop, and our Patreons, who you can find at our Patreon at patreon.com
Thanks, guys.
/Amy Newman. Woo-hoo, that's right. Thank you to all you guys and gals out there, including awesome Patreons like us from the Ideas Around
Thank you, Oz.
Woo! Ian Davenport.
Thanks, Ian.
Boo, boo. A grumpy old Cuss.
Thanks, Grumpy.
Diana Smith.
Thank you so much, Diane.
Pat Lowinger. Dale Pastel.
Thanks, Dale.
Dave Gar.
Dave Gar.
Sound effects all included. Scott Duke.
Hey, Scott.
Rejos. Rachel Holland.
Thank you, Rachel.
Oh, what? Senator Cato.
Thank you, Cato.
You, James Wolfe.
Thank you, James. He's out there in chat. We see him.
That's right. And Matt Diggs.
Thanks, Matt.
That's right. I see lovely also channel members out there.
Well,
James Wolfe and Aaron and all sorts of fantastic people. And in fact, sending love to all of our supporters. You are who enable us to make fun content like tonight's show. Ask me anything or say
Increase
something
the Flash
funny.
Gordon noise and put up more science stuff.
It's true. We need to have as much science
as possible, yes.
Mostly because the creationists won't put it up.
Yeah, it really triggers them. And that's
exactly. Questions, BT dubs can be submitted beforehand via email, or you can tag James W. and myself in chat at Amy Newman. Boop, 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 boop. How many questions or one-liners you can submit depends on your tier. But with that, let the fun begin. Oh my.
Oh. That's right. Well done, Jason.
Right. Welcome, Jason, to the channel members, to the skeptic community. And just a little fun fact, our badges evolve. And so if you want to ask a creationist for evolution, you could just say, this channel, it evolves.
And it officially makes you an inner circle atheist. So once you become a Patreon or a channel member, you are in the inner circle of atheism itself, the organization.
Exactly. And it's extremely hard to become in inner circle atheist. You have
You know
to
how many
basically.
babies you have to sacrifice for that? I
Ugh,
mean,
it's
it
hard
takes a
over and
lot.
over.
It takes a lot. But if you love what you're doing, you never work a day in your life, right, Amy?
That and it's easier than sacrificing the son of a god, apparently. But yes, it's all exactly.
It's cheaper than sending out for it, and
Much cheaper.
fresher too.
And ba-da-da-da. For those of you with us in between questions or one-liners, we will do some housekeeping. Say hello to everyone. What is up? And of course, rant against religion. So, what is up, all of you lovely skeptics out there?
Ooh,
And how are you tonight, James?
pretty good. How about you, Amy?
I'm doing pretty good.
Can't complain. Here with all our friends on the channel. It's a great place to be. Sunday night. Football is coming up in about a month away. We'll have opening week of the NFL about 6 weeks away. So, getting prepped for the Miami Dolphins season coming up. Amy's going to go get her. There she goes. Sports hat. There you go.
No, I'm ready for it.
I know
Go,
you're pumped. You're pumped.
go pigskin. I will say, sending love out there. We're going to talk with everyone, but because of how we cut this up, I'm going to get a drink of water. But because of how we cut it up, we are looking for questions from our supporters. What is up, Pat?
This is a special show dedicated
Well, exactly.
especially to those who financially support us and back us because we appreciate it so much. It enables us to keep doing what we're doing.
What we have decided to do is open it up also as a live stream for the public, because we've realized our supporters that our Patreons and channel members, I think it was a little bit obscure or abstract to get people into how we were doing it. And so it seems it's just easier to invite everyone, go live, and then I don't know if I'm going to unlist afterwards and then cut it up, but I'm definitely going to cut it up. But
cut it up.
Cut it up. We'll talk also if you want to say, give us subjects. We'll rant about it. Feel free to tag us even if you're not a supporter, and we will still respond. But we're looking for questions to go on screen. So what is up? Sending love out there.
We appreciate the positive vibes, April. We appreciate just the people who sit inside chat and watch our show. The views help.
Exactly.
It does. We're growing a community here. We're growing the atheist take over the world organization one day. We've got big hopes. We've got
that's
big dreams.
What they think, that we are trying to take over the world. And really, I mean, I would say we're just trying to worldwide dispel superstition, and the number one tends to be, well, religion. I was going to do it, or not. I was not going to do it. I was going to bring it up on stream. I guess I should have said I was going to do it, because I am going to. Oh, I'm going to do this. We're going to bring it because it's our first question. Tad has many. We are going to bring it up because we're going to go into our first. Are you ready, James, for Ask Me Anything? Ask us anything. Say something funny. Wada wada bing bong boom. Woohoo! Pat out there in chat is like dedicated to those who support you. That's a great idea. You know what else would be great, Amy? Returning protocols. That is true.
Yeah.
I owe Pat a phone call, and And so that is what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'd love to talk with you right now, and I'm going to call you tomorrow, Pat. Tomorrow's Monday. Yeah, I shouldn't have any reason not to. Sending so much love out there to you, Pat. We love all of the support.
Thank you,
Sending
Pat.
love just to talk for a moment, because Pat is a fantastic archaeologist who
One of the
does
best, they say.
something.
One of the best.
Well, he does
Tremendous
something
archaeologist.
that many academics do that creationists, I think, are allergic to. It makes them break out in rash. I understand. You get
Use
really
deodorant?
itchy and scratchy. Close. It's like deodorant. You see, it's do research. Go out in the field.
Oh, you were saying things that creationists don't like to do. Deodorant popped up into mind for some reason. I don't know.
Dun. But no, it is just sending so much love, Pat, and also sending love youtube.com /BiddyBuddha_. You should be checking out Pat. If you're a creationist out there, we also will respond to probably any of the things that you say, because we just can't help ourselves. So come on.
I think all of us who attended Christian churches, we all remember one of those moments where everybody's hands are in the air and they're swaying back and forth, and unfortunately the guy next to you forgot to put deodorant on, and
listen, you gotta take care of certain priorities. In fact,
so busy praising God, so
praising that you forget right at it. Well, when you're doing 18 hours of research on the video games. Exactly. But sending love out there. I'm going to keep on sending. We're going to keep on shouting it into the interwebs. If you are a Patreon, which is a big way to help us, probably the best way, but also a channel member, because more badges are on the way. I kind of am having fun with the channel membership, and so you get a lot of cool stuff there too. And just feel free, just tag us in chat with questions, and we'll be reading them. And also waiting for creationists, but also talking with some skeptics. Like I said, I think this is going to be our new format, which is, like I said, if you catch the live stream, you get it, and then we're going to probably pull it and edit it down, because we're here to send love for everyone out there, our viewers, our subscribers, but also, our supporters.
All our inner circle.
Yeah, what is up, Shane Bilowitz? Woo,
hey, Shane.
Woo. That's right, Aaron. Seeing that woohoo in chat. Hey. But sending love, I see so many skeptics.
Sunflower and Godless Girl. You know, she posted our exchange on her channel.
I did. I saw that. Channel. In fact, I basically listened because I can't help. It is the TMZ of the. But, it
was moderately entertaining.
It was. Listen, I don't hate. Mm-hmm. We just bring it up and get ready for Debate Me, brah. That's what we really need to have. Boom, 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 boom. But we're sending love. I see Shane Bilowitz in there. Woo, woo. What is up? Sending love. Just keep on. Jason, Shane, Pat, keep on sending love. Oh, I see he's already doing so. What is up in there? So we're about to go to our second. April, we will save yours for any questions for any other stream. Well, I feel bad. I even feel bad saying any other stream, because feel free to talk with us. We'll talk, but we're looking for specific tag questions for our supporters. What's up? Though I shall say, we love everyone. We're going to say love to the key, everyone out there, the key around Megan, Spooky, the Roberts, Uncle Beck, and everyone out there, the Sinister Parts, Farron. We're sending love out there. We love you guys. This is the skeptic community, the skeptic and ranting community.
Keep an eye on it, Sinister. Always all
And I'll
kind of
just make it.
shenanigans going on with that dryer.
And I'll just make a comment from it, which is just hashtag LGBTQ pride, because that triggers the fundamentalist. How dare you! But yes, let's get into our second question. All right, sending love. Pat Lowinger says, we have so much
It's been a while
to talk
since we caught up
about.
with Pat.
It's been a while, I know, because once again, Pat is out there doing something that creationists seem, I don't know, just it's like hives. They start to form around the neck. That must be why they can't submit models.
Maybe.
Biddy and I had divorced each other. Oh, she kept the fame in the YouTube channel, but we are still working together on a couple of projects. One being a book. You guys are working on a book together? That is amazing. Amazing! But well, we'll
still
let
waiting
him do
for
his
his Betrayed book to come out. Hopefully that'll be out soon.
Yes. So we can come and promote it. But Pat is due for more because I was gonna say another trillionaire contract. Pat has done so many fantastic episodes with Talk Skeptic.
He sure has.
That we need to get him back on here.
We need to get it back on.
But sending so much love, Pat. We are looking forward to that then. Looking forward to all the projects that you do and a book. Hells yeah. What is up on the Twitchosphere? Sending so much love. And as much as I would, this is like a diet. James and I, we said this going live. We have to we're only answering questions or saying one-liners from Patreons or channel members. Please feel free. We're sending love out there. Check out our emojis like do. Did you know, James? It's an ancient argument. It's been around since, I guess, books that they say a thing. And once they say a thing, you can't really argue with it, can you? I don't think so. Oh, did James get summoned by Satan? Oh, and he's back.
I'm back.
It's good because sending love out there, because inspired by our bubbles, we have behind me that's right.
Oh, the Ouija board.
A Ouija board, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Oh, our bodies are ready. I have this ready and willing whenever we can. Just to channel
but
spirits.
Aren't you worried about the ghosts or spirits that are going to come
James,
and attack
I
it?
have one of the most accurate scientific devices, according to some people. Some people are saying.
The same people who don't get evolution, who think it's all a hoax, but they think the Ouija board is scientific.
They got this down.
Yeah. Gnomes, fairies, hobgoblins, totally real also. Just to throw that out there.
It's a tag of James, but it's either of us, so I'm counting this.
Yeah, go ahead.
James, yes! The release date is out of my hands, but, a big but, right there. I should have a date at the beginning of September.
So it's coming up. It's coming
there.
up.
Boom, 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 boom,
yeah,
boom,
you know, the
boom.
publishers, we've got our timetable, but the publishers got theirs.
And I will. This will be the last time that I say it on probably this stream, because I know when I say it, I'm getting so close to my outline. So if you like science fiction and offended and a little bit of blasphemy. Sending love.
Just
But
a smidge of
I
blasphemy.
shouldn't really double shill. So I have to, as this is really Pat's, we're going to finish by saying once again, you should be checking out Pat's channel. We should figure out, Pat, tell us if you're going to be doing your own channel.
His channel is it's the one posted there, Discovering Ancient
that's
History.
what I
with Pat
say.
Lowinger.
Is that then that's what we
his
should
channel.
send in love out there, because then you should be looking at Discovering Ancient History with Pat Lowinger. And when that book comes out, we are going to be taking that Amazon link and putting it right down there. So sending love to Pat.
You know what I came across yesterday in that vein, because Pat's an archaeologist. Yeah, this conspiracy guy, and he's saying that, there's a conspiracy to erase the history of ancient Babylon and Iraq. It was a video, and then he showed like some pictures of some Sumerian statues in museums, and said, "Look how big it is! Look how big it is!
Oh my!
Look how big it is!" And then he said, ISIS can't be destroying those for religious reasons. It's got to be something else. They couldn't destroy those because they consider it an abomination to their God. It's got to be some other reason, and they must be being paid by somebody to do it, to conceal the history. He's not going to say what, just throwing something out there.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you so very much, Pat. Mwah. And keep on sending the love. We'll keep on sending it back. And we're starting to see questions. I'm getting excited. Once again, sending love to all of our viewers and subscribers out there. We will keep on chatting with you because we love you. We'll keep on greeting you and saying hi to everybody. But we're looking to collect and I will say, now that we're starting to get questions, feel free to also send those one-liners. We accept all dad jokes, mom jokes, whatever you got. Send those in as well. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen. And okay.
I don't think they've heard of the Amy Newman way to play the Ouija board. I'm just going to say, you don't put your hands on the planchette.
Well, that's right. Also, the funny thing...
You move it with something else. I don't want to get into the details.
Not only that, but when you use two of them, it's not gay if they don't touch while you're using them.
Right, of course.
Anyway, we're moving
Sunflower
forward.
Is totally fine.
Exactly. Except if it's in the voice. If it's in the voice, that's kind of sending so much love. Aaron, Amy, and James, he's tagging, sending so much love. Who is your favorite theist to debate and why? That is a good question.
That is a good question.
I wouldn't say that there is one. I would say there's a type of theist that I like to debate, and that is ones that will give me a decent somewhere up to 50% or 40 or 30 I'll accept. Somewhere between 30 and 50%. I don't need more. But of the amount of questions, because in the debate community, I really view questions as everything. Funny enough, that's what we're doing tonight. Because you really... questions are often trying to understand your viewpoint and then trying to get feedback from someone else. And so you will notice the theists that tend to be, I hate to say, D-holes, are the ones that really you could control a conversation in the same way that lawyers control a conversation, in that they're asking the questions. And as long as they're asking the questions, they just have the field. They have the ball, and you just better hope you never stumble. You better hope that you always, sound coherent, have a message, are
You want to get
responding on
stuck where you
topic
don't know what to say.
because they are looking for just a single thing because it's very low key. They don't have to explain their viewpoint ever. And so it can make people look like geniuses when really it's
Right.
quite
So they
yes.
can
Well,
take me, okay, Amy, tell me all the steps to a biogenesis right here, right now. Explain
right
it all to
here.
me. If you can't do that, God. And by the way, I don't have to explain any of it for God. I get to just say God, and that's all I have to do. You have to give me all the information.
I have gone over like the how planets form, how life came about from early chemicals, the shtick that I have. But you could ask someone how planets form, how life arose, and a skeptic who doesn't know that much about biology would still be just as okay saying, I don't know, because that really doesn't lead to a God. Do, 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 do. But yeah,
But if you
James,
ask them how a
I want to,
planet formed, they wouldn't
but
know.
I
They would just say poof, planet.
poof. That's right. It's the poof
Poof,
model,
planet.
which
Poof,
I
sun.
will. How does a goat form? Poof. Or how does a did I say? So, but I want to send it over to you, James. Who is your
Oh,
favorite
my favorite.
theist? I kind of asked a type. I don't know if you want to kind of answer in the same way, or do you have a favorite theist? There's been some fun ones out there.
That's hard to say. I mean, I've debated Ken Hovind 3 times already. I do have fun in his debates because
A trinity.
his ideas are just so silly, and I that's what I like to do in a debate. I like to expose the absurdity of the religion of what they believe, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. But I've had fun in other debates too. Debating Nephilim 3, that was pretty fun. Um,
He is a fun one just because very calmly says very silly things. That is just, I mean, anyone
I
who believes in giants, I really don't know what to say.
I had a lot of fun. The debate I did with Amy versus Maddox and Smokey, that was a ton of fun. That was a
Woo-hoo.
good debate.
Yeah, hopefully there'll be
That was a
more
lot
of
of fun.
those in
Yeah,
coming
man.
soon. I should hit the debate me bra in there. In
Nobody
fact,
likes debating Sal. Well, Sal.
but sending so much love, Aaron. Thank you. Keep on sending questions or one-liners into chat. We're gonna keep on reading them. James Wolfe, what is up? Sending love says Hell's Angels or something like that, wasn't it? Trying to remember what that was in context to, but are they a religious organization or religious? Not a religious biker gang? I don't think so.
I don't think they're religiously affiliated. I think they're more organized crime affiliated, but I don't know.
Okay, so in some ways they do have one thing in common with Yahweh in that they're like a mafia boss.
Except I think they actually do like charity work on the side. But, so
Oh,
they're probably
I
actually
mean,
better than
oh,
Yahweh.
well, I was gonna say though. I mean, that's the argument we normally
Right.
get from religious people. So maybe who's to judge, right?
Who's
But
the
sending
judge?
so much love, James Wolfe. Keep on sending in comments and questions and or one-liners. Mwah, da da da. What is up? None of your business. What is up, dog? What is up, ox? And everyone out there, we're about to read more, but keep on tagging us. Brand, woohoo! I see Brian Stevens. What is up? And with that, we're
Hey,
gonna move
Brian.
on. Actually, I'm gonna take a drink of sponsored by Sugar Salt Water. It is what I think plants crave, and then we're gonna read some more questions.
It's what theists crave.
What's theist crave exactly?
Bullshit. It's what theists crave.
But thank you for joining us on Ask Us Anything or Say Something Funny. All right. Let's head into the next one. Shane Bilowitz says,
We got two Shanes out there.
a nurse goes to write something down. So she pulls a thermometer out of her pocket and says, uh-oh, this means some asshole has my pen.
Well,
oh my.
Depends on what kind of thermometer it is.
And look, anything's a dildo if you're brave enough. But I agree. Thank you so very much, Shane. And Shane, I feel like you just broke our cherry tonight on one-liners, sending so much love out there. Woohoo! That's right. So keep on
Shane.
sending those jokes in, comments, questions, all the love. Sending so much love, Shane. Sending love. Daddy, send love to Robert out there. If I didn't, sending love to Robert. Sending love to all of our mods out there who are just amazing. Yeah.
We love it.
We love it. If you're wondering what this show is, well, this is a place for our supporters, our Patreons, who you can find at patreon.com/Amy Newman.
Enablers.
And that's right. And our channel members, which you can find. You can join by clicking that join button right there, and it'll give you access to not only emojis, with more coming, that's what she said, soon, but badges that evolve. So if you're looking for a way to trigger a creationist and you want empirical evidence that there is something that can evolve, right there, folks. But also sending love to just subscribers and viewers who are joining us tonight as we're recording it. And all right, going down to the next question. Though I have to say, that's so funny. Jason's like, nobody. I think Jason's a nobody likes debating Sal. I mean, Sal's a fun guy. Just in that I like any type of, he's a smart guy, an academic, as he will tell you, which he does. Sometimes atheists go after the some people were teaching for 15 years. But nonetheless, the person he's learning from and genetic entropy are nonsense. And okay, keep on sending questions in so we can record them. Send love to all of our channel members, Jason, Brian, Aaron, James, Wolfe, Pat,
that's right.
all of them in there as we're getting. If I didn't miss you, keep on just sending in the love. I'll keep on sending your name in there, including Brian Stevens says, is Amy Newman a Philly D fan? And I hate to admit it, I am a little bit, okay? Little bit of a Phillies fan.
A little bit?
I can't help it because I'm from Philly, okay? And when you're from Philly, you have to like the Phillies, like the Eagles and the Flyers. These are mandatory. However, there is something else that is mandatory about being a Philly fan, and that's if you hate Philadelphia or anything about us, just tell us. We'll love it. Well, I mean, we're not sure if we should throw the beer at you if you compliment us or insult us. It's fantastic. So you never know. Maybe we'll drink the beer, even if you insult us. Maybe we'll throw it if you compliment us. Who knows what the day is? But we're just having a good time. Go Phillies. Go sports.
Just throw the beer. Just throw the beer.
Just throw the beer. And then get another. Isn't that really what sports is about, ladies and gentlemen? But sending love, Brian Stevens. Sending so much love. Woo-hoo. Oh my Jesus. And James.
Jeebus?
Okay.
What's
James,
that?
you have to put a cap on this. How much time do we have? Like 15. You have to put
Yeah.
5-10 minutes. We're
You've
going
got
to put
to
a cap.
provide a little bit more
Put a cap.
context on that.
Context. And the great thing,
It's so
okay.
open-ended.
And so, first of all, I have to say, the outline's almost done, and I will say my story. Ladies and gentlemen, I am doing a story that I think no fundamentalist could do. But it's not a religious story. What it is, it's called Nation of Angels, and it is a book about a girl who finds out that she because it shines out that she is half angel and that she is taken and hopefully picked up early on by an ally into a world where angels are kind of like the dominant species. Because the thing about my story is that the angels kind of take place on a sci-fi world. It kind of takes place on Terra. I say kind of. It takes place on the planet Terra, which is just an amalgamation of Earth, similar. And then there's a ring around it. And you see the angels live on the ring, and they dominated a few thousand years ago the humans. They call them wingles, like wingless humans. And so they have since dominated the wingles, and all of the wingles live on the surface. And they have this big, satellite.
How big is the satellite?
Oh, so big. It's this link of satellites around the planet that they call the mirror, that is a double-sided mirror. So the wingles can't see the ring, but everyone on the ring can see the surface. But then, of course, it's sci-fi and fantasy, because I can't have anything without it, mixing. And so the main character is she has powers that are, I would say, godlike, with what many of our theist friends would call a small g. They all have different powers, and there is an agency very much inspired by G-Men, the people from what is the Matrix, and I'm trying to think. The SCP community, because they're this organization called Archangels. But they're the agency of reconnaissance and knowledge. They're basically one of the main villains of the story. And so they're trying to chase her down and capture her, because the government, or the agency, whatever you want to call it, of the Republic of Heaven, locks these people up, because they don't have a lot of rights. And so it's this whole amalgamation. I have an evil person with fantasy powers, a Voldemort type of equivalent that's trying to fight the government and Amber and the good guys. It's like a pyramid. But I have the outline almost done. So coming soon, people, everyone and their mother tells you they want to write a book. People like Pat and other academics actually write them. I am going to write a book because I know how to do this shit. I've taken screenwriting classes, and I know how to outline well, and I just need to finish the outline. I'm basically on the last two. I'm very big into Hero's Journey. Also, a few more minutes, and I am done. This is because I could go on for so many. In fact, I'll send it. No. If you want to know, I have created a wiki also. This is completely random.
She has.
Please, no one destroy my wiki. But we'll
gotta post it. You gotta let the cat out of the bag.
I can't, because
you guys are getting an exclusive preview here.
So why not just share it?
Only a handful of people have had access to this information before.
Yes, and I am also a little bit cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So you can see here this is my little wiki. This is the Nation of Angels wiki. You can find out what an angel is and what a wingle is. I also have a third species. You
Wingle.
can find out what they are. You can find out about all these things and their characters and fantasticness. And it's great because you use this, and I'm almost hesitant to show the outline because I don't want spoilers. So you can find spoilers if you want to go out there, and so the actual story is there. Have all that, but sending love, it helps. This stuff helps because you create the wiki, and then the wiki helps you create just stuff.
Like
and
an outline.
Exactly. Well, exactly. And I have an actual outline. But see, it could be a sentence line just by the Republic of Heaven. Why I use a lot of just irony language. You know, that's the biggest thing. And is that irony? I'm not sure if I'm using irony correctly. But all sorts of fun other things. You know, a paragraph long. I got holy gangsters. I got then characters that are pages long. And I'm almost at the end. I got in virus infections. If you like SCP and horror, there's a little bit of body horror in that I have fungal infections from one of the other main villain that's not from the government. And then you can see in that, in fact, that is this character. Yes. Oh my goddess.
Coronavirus has to hit even the fantasy worlds.
Indeed, and you can see the inspiration from SCP even in how I've created this fellow. But go check that out if you're looking for fantasy or sci-fi and a good story. There is an actual story there because I'm almost done the outline, and I've written it in mythic structure form. Which yeah,
you can tell she's put a lot of time.
I put way too much effort because it's helping me. It is helping me. What the hardest thing is staring at a blank screen and your brain just goes, because it's easy to daydream, which you need daydreaming, but then you get something on the page and then it's concrete, and then I can take that outline and I can build a story from it.
What's the hardest part?
Oh, and
that's the hardest part in anything. It's the scariest part in anything.
I'm being daring once again. There is the wiki if you want to check it out. But it's a wiki. You can bring stuff because of how wiki technology works. I mean, if people weren't to mess with it, you could just bring up backups because it creates backups literally every time that you change something. It creates a log.
Revert it back.
Exactly. So, yeah. But sending so much love out there, you should go out, anyone out there, and create your own story. I would just suggest creating an outline. So thank you so very much, James Wolfe. Keep on sending in your comments and questions. And if you have any comments or questions about the story, I'll also answer them because I can't help myself. Just like I can't help but answer creationists. Oh my goddess. But we'll keep on going down. I'm sending love out there. Probably have so much to say. I could have went on and on and on. But Aaron, sending love, says, what do you give the woman who has everything? Pen Acillin. Thank you so much,
Aaron.
Woo-hoo. And it's true. Save some lives, ladies and gentlemen. As I cough, but I ate the sound voids. Sound waves. I don't know what words I just made there. Aaron, sending so much love out there.
Thank you, Aaron.
He was sending in jokes. That's what we are also looking for.
That's what we're here for.
Help ourselves. Exactly. And speaking of which, I've been working on a bit. I mean, I have a spoiler.
Comedy bit?
I'll tell you what the subject is. It's a derp it's a deep subject. I was gonna say derp. It is little derp because I feel like a unique perspective. It goes in and out, but I could feel the Carlin going through me. It is about school shootings to get really boop-a-doop-a-doop, really deep. But I think that I weave an interesting take on it, and so we
You know
shall.
what you need to do a bit about? You know what you need to do a bit about?
What do I need
that
to
would
do a
really
bit about?
skewer. You need to do a bit about these right-wing conservatives and their new thing now. It's like their gotcha is to say, what is a woman?
Oh, Jesus.
That's like
Yo,
their gotcha.
and they only have 2 jokes, which is, or I was going to say, that's their question. They only have that question and the one joke, I would say, which is, could I be an attack helicopter? And that comes in a lot of varieties. You could like change it up, but it's always
menstruating.
Well, and that is the thing, which is once again that's a straw man because it is a transgender woman from a biological man, a transgender man from a biological woman. So a transgender man can give birth if they decide to.
If they have all their
I know that triggers them,
organs.
But they act like it's not that. They act like, woo, we're just saying that just biological men can just go out and just get pregnant. Like that is what we are actually saying.
I think it's facetious. I don't think it's in good faith.
Well,
it's
no,
just
exactly.
kind of a gotcha. It's just a gotcha, haha, suck it, libs.
Not only that, but it annoys me because these are the people that do not believe in biology. Like, if you don't believe in evolution, you don't believe in most of biology. I don't know what else to tell you.
And it's so funny because that's like one thing they'll say, well, you don't respect the science. But meanwhile, biology, they'll throw the whole thing out. Global warming, no. Take all that science, throw it out. It's all rubbish. None of it's true.
Rubbish.
But then they get to this gender question. They think, okay, now is the time to bring the hard, cold science.
Hard hitting.
And it is what it is. It doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't matter. You know, science is what it is. And,
science is also not a democracy.
Yeah.
You don't get to
vote.
Like,
really
you can be part of the peer review process. You could go through academia, get a degree, submit papers, review papers using the methodology that was given. Go ahead. In fact, please do. But yes, send in love voting, out there.
But eventually, a consensus will develop among the top researchers in the field. And I mean, who's to say they're right? I mean, could they be wrong? Yeah, sure. But in order to demonstrate that, you've got to present some science to do that. And you can. And they will welcome it, look at it, and if it seems valid, it will supplant the previously accepted view. But you can't just cry about it on the internet. You actually have to do the work and show that a current prevailing theory is wrong. And they've never been able to do that for some reason. They're never able to do that. I don't know. You're on mute though.
Yeah, I was just. It's so sad.
Your violin.
It's so sad. So very sad.
It is so sad. I mean.
But yes,
they have to go to school and read about biology and geology and all this crap. When why would they want to do that when they could just read the Bible?
Also, I just want to make sure I'm coming across chat. Shane, make sure we read your thing. I think if not, send it in again. I think we did, but I always want to make sure because we always get a little delayed in chat, but we're going to keep on reading comments because
if we missed it, repost
it. James Wolfe sending love and, well, I can't help it. He brought it up again. He asks, Hell's Angels was in relation to the universe you created. Was the title something similar to that? Well, actually, Nation of Angels is from the fact that a good majority of the population of the angels are just normal. I hate to say normal, but normal people living normal lives. So although they have wings, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna make like clothed wings and all this, they have these futuristic like cities, and they have, you know, suburbia, rural, urban, just like we do on the different islands of the ring, because it's a little bit chunkier. I may even be cheating with gravity to get kind of islands that work
Gravity
like
works
that.
different.
Yeah, you'd really probably have a pattern that would be really like snowballs. But nonetheless, I think it's just a fascinating concept. I wanted a place where angels could live and like you could travel. And so, kind of like James Cameron type of Avatar type of islands. A good hint for all your story creators out there. It'll sound very random, but it helped me a lot because I watch a lot of James Cameron interviews and stuff. He said that a story, especially when it is fantasy, for him never really comes together until he creates a currency. And so that had a lot to do with unobtainium for him. I have, ironically enough, unobtainium has been used a lot in science fiction. It doesn't actually come from James Cameron. And so I have what's called uptamium on my planet. There is a moon that is, you know, half destroyed, but the angels force a bunch of Wingles and other political prisoners to mine for uptamium, and so it and then they sell it for credits. Everything, you know, just, you know, real simple. Republic of Heaven credits is what the big USD is, and Republic of Heaven, I would say, is the largest city or the largest country. They're kind of like, you know, whatever superpower you want to pick. That is the analogous that I'm trying to make. They invade. They try and do in their messages that they're doing good. They also have some, well, a lot of fun going on. So look forward to it. Hey, I love it, and it's been fun.
How many
to
genders
really
do
create
they have?
a triangle.
It's like
same amount.
Genders.
Everything is the same, the same as would be here, because there are supernatural elements in my story. I just hope that I have created as close to what I would view little g gods in power as, because so Amber, you know, she is basically Mother Nature, my lead story villain. It's third person, so there's actually a few different, you could say, lead characters, but if you had to pick one, it'd be her, and she's kind of like Mother Nature. She can grow trees and make people into sap and all this, or trap them in sap, and but she still bleeds. You could still kill her. You could still kill any of these lower G gods, and so that makes it a little bit more high stakes. Not to mention and this is the last thing I'll say, but it's interesting to think about architecture and a society that has wings. I've thought about just weird things. The cities are more 4D because the societies are built, you know, to people have wings. Even the wingless people have wings. There's also a third species that evolved from a sentient species of plants. James got summoned. Now I can talk about it forever. No, I'm gonna keep on going. in the other questions soon. But there's a third species that evolved from a what is it called? Venus flytrap like organisms, and so all three of them can fly because the Wingles can use technology to fly at this point. The other thing I have, which I learned from Bill Burr, the reason that we don't have flying cars is because we do have that. It's called a helicopter. And so they have a whole bunch of different ships because obviously they're a more ship-oriented culture if you're already going to be wings, along with the jetpacks that already go on their wings that
The Rock'em Sock'em
people
jetpack.
fast them. But they're the one on, if you, because some of it Cowboy Bebop space, if you're thinking about the very small ships, they are more inspired by helicopter design, though a little bit more aerodynamic and cooler than what we see right now. But yeah, I'm moving on. Keep on asking more questions. I'll talk about it, but I would do that for forever. Oh, Shane says it's cool. Well, we're sending love, Shane. We just love Shane Bilowitz.
Thanks,
Go
Shane.
check out his channel. Go check out all of the non-believers out there. What is up, Nick? Sending so much love. Go check out his channel. In time, on time, all time. What is that's right? What's up, secular pagan mama? Woohoo, do, and a typical asexual atheist.
P-Batu.
Yeah, basically. 3 words that trigger creationists.
What's that?
Atypical asexual atheist,
Oh,
and I
cool.
can't love it more.
Yeah. Things do seem to bother them.
Well, the funny point is they like to say that we are snowflakes. We have thin skin. And I have found that's really just a very small sliver. And what it turns out is the skeptic community, I just found, has had the thickest skin that out there that I know of. But yeah, keep on
Hume time. Now Nick needs to do a meme
Hume
out of
time.
that, out of hammer time. But instead of hammer time, Hume time. Yeah, it's Hume time.
Excuse me. Sponsored by Sugar Water. But speaking of which, if I could find it again, Nick says, go into YouTube settings, ban the word XYZ. Oh, that's right. The sexy bot comments will not appear, but mods can unhide a legit comment on false positive. That's not a bad idea. Okay. Oh, sending love to our mods out there. Sending love to anyone who loves sexy time on your own time. But yes, Nick, that's actually a good idea.
Jeffrey Toobin did.
Oh my, we could also send love. It doesn't matter if you are LGBTQ or you are what is it? What is his name? You are Jesse Lee Peterson. Just be you. Though I guess he is part of that.
He is LGBTQ.
Exactly.
Doesn't acknowledge it.
Yeah. As we end Pride Month, that's just kind of where my mind goes because it is coming to the end. We've crossed over the end game of July. But it's been a good summer. Been having a lot of fun.
It's gone by quick, I'll say.
Indeed.
Summer.
I will say this, and then we'll go on to the next comment. I have basically done test 1 of Talk Skeptic or not talk skeptic to me.
Skeptic
Skeptic on the street.
Yeah.
Thank you. We got an equipment check. Have to do get one or two more things, and then eventually going to be hitting either Baltimore, I think DC, and going to be asking people questions. So check that out because I may live stream. I'll try that, but I think I'm going to record.
I would record it to get the hang of it, and then maybe later on if you want to live stream. But to start,
well, and you also each time gonna have to be like, "Hi, this is me," and there's camera people, and are you okay with us recording you? And so yeah, but hey, so sending love out there once again. Thanks you to all of our supporters. You guys are enabling us to do more content. Please feel free to check out our Patreon. That is the best way to help us. But also a great way to help us is become a channel member. You can find the join button right down there. And it gets you great emojis and badges. I keep on saying that evolve.
We don't need no stinking badges. Well, yeah, you do need the badges. You want the badge. Get the badge.
I will hopefully Ken Hovind can add those. It'll be the 7 types of evolution. They'll be the Amy and James W badges. But yes,
do you think your badges are related to a ladybug?
Ladybug.
Oh, I can't. Tomorrow he's debating somebody on SFT, and the topic is how pine trees and whales are related. That is going to just, and you know him. He is going to do
their minds.
He is going to do zero preparation. He doesn't even read the title of the debate. He just gets up there and rattles off his talking points. He doesn't read anything. He doesn't prepare. He doesn't look anything up. He just gets up and does his talking points.
He just has his slide shtick that he has that are from like 1970. Sometimes he has a really recent 1990 reference. It's like, okay, whatever, Cat Baby. But yes,
I want to talk about all these homos. These
erectus. I once again, actually, I'll say this, and then we will go to the next. But once again, you just have to get once you. I don't know what to coin it. Like there's this insult game that like whoever says it first gets to say it
right.
for the rest of the debate without sounding childish. You get to almost use it.
That's why I wanted to take that away from him.
You did. It was brilliant. Like you got to like watching you say Homo erectus over and over, and him just stand there like he didn't say it once the entire debate. I don't know if you noticed that. Like he didn't say that duality of combination that I think is just so amazing.
When I asked him how. He did kind of look. He gave like a crazy look when I asked him how many Homo erectus were on Noah's Ark.
They didn't make it. They didn't believe in Jesus. All right, we're going back in. Shane Bilowitz. Shane Bilowitz says, "I like your hat. What kind of sports are you a fan of? What are sports?" Got it in at the end. Also, that's what she said. I like that. I like that. That's like a duel. That's like a dual one there. That's a mic drop and a question. And I'll say I played sports until it got competitive. My partner makes fun of me for that. But, I liked... I played soccer. I played baseball.
That's the problem. You kids today want your participation trophies.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. I want to win. I like playing with others to compete. But just when people start like pushing over each other when they're not playing, like in between, it's like, yeah, I don't care anymore. But I will say that I will go to. Well, here are 2 things. I really don't like watching sports on the telly. That is meh to me. If it is the what's it called? What the hell is that? The Super Bowl. I'll watch the Super Bowl or any equivalent. Sure, why not? For
Why
both of
not?
it, I'll watch it for the commercials and the event because it's the best team. They should be decent. It's the best that sport has to offer. So why not? But what I will
Why
say is
not?
I will go to any game because once again, I reiterate, if you got food or a bunch of, I'm a social drinker, so you're probably going with
Food and
someone
alcohol.
else. You
Yeah.
got food and alcohol. It doesn't even matter to
Yeah.
me who's winning or losing. You're shouting and shoving things in your face. Oh, it's a great time. So I'm all for that. Went to many a Phillies game.
Shoving things in your face, Jesse
Phillies
Lee
game.
Peterson style.
That's right. Those many get-togethers he had with his anti-gay thing. But yeah, I did have, once again, sending love to my pops out there who sent me. Eagles games are a little bit harder, more expensive. I'm trying to think if I ever went to an Eagles game, but I know I've gone to many lower things like Phillies because they're much more reasonable tickets. All right, but keep on sending questions. We'll go for, I don't know, another hour and 20 minutes and something.
We'll see how it goes.
Yes, I'm probably going to read some more and then maybe take
Keep reading.
A pee break. But then we're actually getting some good.
I'll
James, I have
entertain
to
you guys
say,
alone.
I think this is going to be our format
This will
because
have to be the format.
like I feel bad because there was a thing in me, maybe, that was like, if we went live publicly, is it fair to our channel members and Patreons? Because we said this was going to be the show for our supporters. But I have to say, already I feel like we have communicated and had more fun and interaction with our supporters going live like this. And so I think this is going to be the
worked
channel.
out. I think it's worked
Yes. But hey, you know how we found out? We found out by doing an experiment.
Doing it the hard way.
By changing variables, one variable at a time. And you know what that is, James?
Religion?
Why, no, it's not.
Oh.
Not the good book. It's science.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I thought you got the idea from the war god of the ancient Hebrews. I thought he
exactly
beamed that knowledge to your head, and that's where you got the whole idea from.
And Jason Jacob is sending love to the mods. That was probably so long ago, so this is a double sending love to our mods.
More love. I'm
scrolling through though. Sending love to everyone in there.
And their mother.
And their mother, exactly. Bup. I think I'm getting caught up.
Are you catching up?
I think we are caught up. Do you see any? If not, so I may take a break in a second for a.
I'll entertain him.
Yes, hopefully like a minute. What is up? Hey, you, Pikachu. Haven't seen you before. Send so much. Welcome to the Misfit Fun. In fact, welcome everyone to ask us anything or say something funny. This is the show where supporters, our Patreons and channel members, get to ask us questions or send in those one-liners.
They're funny.
But our viewers and subscribers, we are sending love out there. We actually thank you for having some fun with us tonight. Oh, and Creationists, I'm going to keep on saying it. If you're out there, we can't help but respond to you because we are drawn to you like mass. It's just magnets.
It's an addiction.
It is, but it's a lot of fun. But all right, I'll be right back in a second. And please keep on sending in those comments, questions, and one-liners. Tag James W. or myself at Amy Newman. And if nothing comes in, we'll just keep on ranting, and
We'll just bullshit
eventually,
amongst ourselves.
exactly, and we'll have some fun for a little bit more, and then tucker out. But yeah, I also want to when I come back, I want to send the Debate Me bra out there. I'll send the link in there. I also I'm going to do a new thing. I'm going to make it easier. Is that I'm going to read some topics, and people can just shout out, "Hey, I want to be signed up," and I will sign you up for there. Though I will have to say eventually, I think I'm going to have to start collecting people's screen name, or not screen names, emails of some form, because I realize, or Discord, or one way of contacting you, because I realize I'm going to get these names. I'm going to have no way of
reaching out to him.
Reaching out. So the idea is to collect a database here. So yeah, I'll get that when I come back. Or you know what? Why not send it in the chat, and I'll talk about it again when I come back. Mana. TOS gods can't allow me to say anything else.
Do it anyway.
Do it anyway. Just do it to me. Is it a sheet? A 4mm. It is a sheet. Click, click, click. Oh, aha. Oh, there we go. I got it.
Got it?
Yes. All right. So we're going to share, copy that link. Anyone can edit. Once again, you can see the edits. So we're starting to feel comfortable sending media into the world. Comfy, baby. So feel free to sign up. I should probably tiny URL this, but nonetheless, feel free to sign up for Debate Me, brah. Exactly. Sign up for a topic that you like. Feel free to add an email or a Discord or some way of contacting you. Maybe I'll edit that and add a separate box for it, but just throw it in there. And if you have a subject that you like, feel free to add your name and tag yourself, positive or negative, affirmative or negative. So I'm going to send that in there. We're sending love. Keep on sending in comments, questions, or one-liners. We are asking me anything or saying something funny.
How's everybody doing tonight, guys? So Amy just stepped out for a little while. So what have we got going on coming up? So Amy doesn't have a date set for it yet, but I know that she is planning to talk to Ken Hovind, probably not in August, but probably in September. So that date should be forthcoming pretty soon. I think he's got a few things queued up for me coming up. I know Ken Hovind was down for round 4 with me, but I want to wait until after Amy gets a crack at him before I consider if I should do another one of those with him. But I'm surprised he wants to go again. But hey, he is a glutton for punishment, and what can we say? We'll oblige him if he wants to keep losing. Yeah. Anyway, Porky's came out 4 years before I was born. Yeah, that was classic 1980s comedy right there. They made like 3 of them, I think, and the sequels were actually pretty good too. I don't think they were that bad as far as sequels go. Anyway, Porky's. And let's see. I think I mentioned tomorrow somebody's debating Ken Hovind on SFT. The topic is how pine trees and whales are related. So, that's really going to trigger him, but it will be fun to watch. See, I don't know what we have going on this week, but we'll probably be doing at least a couple shows coming up. I'm working mostly nights this week, so it'll probably be more of our midnight type of shows, but that's pretty much par for the course. Today I got caught up in a comment on Praise's stream. I was responding to one of the daily memes that he posts and having fun with that. Of course, he responds that if you're not a Christian now, then you must have never been a Christian, because you could never be a Christian and then no longer believe that it was true. I guess anyway, that's the logic that they use. I'm sure anybody who has been a Christian and is no longer a Christian runs into that. Well, they'll tell you, no, you never really believed, even though you say, actually, yes, I did believe. They'll still tell you, no, you didn't. But
No, never.
that's right. We just got a super chat talking about
Woo-hoo! Sending love. We'll show. I think it's a good idea. Let's get some super chats up there, because there are supporters too. P. Barthulio for $5, sending so much love.
Michelle Nichols.
Not sure if people know, and sorry if it's a bit of a downer, but thoughts and actual prayers to the now late Nicholas. Safe travels, late Lieutenant Uhura. Oh,
Uhura.
Uhura. Lieutenant Dan.
From the original Star Trek, the original series.
Lieutenant Uhura.
She was the communications officer of the Enterprise, yeah.
She passed away?
Today, she was 89. And she was active. She was still going out to like Comic Cons and conventions as late as I think last year. I never saw her at one, but I was told that somebody I know who goes to them that she was there. She looked pretty frail. She was obviously having some difficulties, but she was still out there, being with the fans, doing what she loved.
And I have to say, I'm just a really big fan of Star Trek's view of life and the universe. And, it's a more...
Well, I think it gave people a vision of what could be. If humanity were to ever get our act together, and if we could ever move past our petty infighting amongst each other, and the things that are holding us back, if we could actually just work together with the worldwide Marxist communist system, which is, I guess, what it kind of pointed to. But if we could ever do that we could actually work as one kind together and conquer the stars, or explore them. Conquer is not quite the appropriate term, but explore, be a part of the galactic community.
And I just hope that we leave low Earth orbit one day, because that is where we are stuck. Well, I say one day. We went to the moon. I would like to for a few times. I would like to go back to the moon. I would like us to go to the Mars. I would like to go to Mars. Thus 30 seconds from Mars. And then to Europa.
Yeah, Pat chimed in here.
Oh, well. And sending so much love, P. Barthulio. Sending so much love for Nicole's, because we are the only culture. No, we are one of the few species that remembers the dead. Not the only species, but there are a few species that remember the dead, and so it's upon us to be here, be awesome, and carry on their message. We are standing on the shoulders of giants. Okay, just wanted to put that bow on there.
No, you're good. Amy's got corona.
I corona.
She's been hanging around Delaware too much.
Listen, and okay,
Apparently, it's cancer and corona capital of the country.
You said that Pat brought up a
Pat said
comment. James W. I've decided that every time some apologist tells me I was never a true believer, I'm just going to counter with, that's okay. You never understood science.
So you have to understand why they're doing this and why they get into these positions, like telling somebody who
Kinky?
Obviously at one point really did believe in it. But telling them, no, you could not have believed. It doesn't matter how much you tell me you did. I know that you didn't, because if you did, it would be impossible for you not to believe now. So therefore, all that time you must have just been faking it. You never really believed. And it's because they get into these doctrines like once saved, always saved, which is something that they bicker and fight about. And that's the general idea that once you're saved, that there's nothing you could ever do after that would lose your salvation, that you could be saved and that you could go out and kill 500 people the next day, and that would do nothing to change your status with God. Your salvation is locked in because you accepted his forgiveness.
Apparently, Jeffrey Dahmer found God before he died.
Ken Hovind.
And so,
Ken Hovind.
I mean,
that's the claim.
Really?
Yeah. Ken Hovind brags that he that somebody got Jeffrey Dahmer his.
But can you just
VHS
imagine?
Tape in the 90s.
And I know there's been another comedian who has done this bit before. I don't know who, but it's like, imagine you are in heaven and you're just chilling. You're like, yeah, I've been living a good life. And then just all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's like, oh, who's the new guy? Oh, yeah, that's Jeffrey Dahmer. You're like, but this is heaven. Oh, yeah, he found God, like, right before he died. So,
But if you're looking for your son that he killed, well, he's in hell because before he died, he doubted God. He lost his faith in God. So because of that, he's going to burn forever, while Jeffrey Dahmer will be up here praising God with the rest of us. Because that's the rules that God set up. It doesn't matter if they make sense or you like them. He's God. He can do whatever the hell he wants.
He created you, so he can apparently do what the fuck he wants to do.
But to get around this OSAS, the idea that you could go into church, say a sinner's prayer, and then be saved forever no matter what you do, even if the next day you say, I changed my mind, I don't believe it anymore, and you live the rest of your life as an atheist or as a heathen or as whatever, how they get around the OSAS is to say, well, you never really believed when you did believe, which might work if somebody is only in the faith for a very short amount of time, but if you're in the faith for years and years and years and years, that would be pretty devoted to be faking it the whole time. I mean, that would really take a lot of work to pretend you believe in something that you really don't believe in.
Or money. What?
Well,
yeah. Kent Hovind?
Or
what?
If you're not being paid to believe, if you're paying other people to delude you so you can keep believing, then that's the case. But
yeah. But yeah, sending love, Pat. I there's an expression once again from someone else. I'm trying to paraphrase it. When people would say to this person, we'll pray for you, they'd be like, oh, great. We'll think for you.
Yeah.
Is it Matt? I don't know. But sending love so much, Pat. Keep
Thanks,
on
Pat.
sending in those great comments, questions, and one-liners. And all right, James, did you see the meat? Dun, 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 dun. There was a little bit of blood in chat. I'm just kidding. I'm just
Blood in
sending
the
so
water?
much love. John,
Blood in the water?
we see you. Oh my god. And he's asking, just like he goes right to the abiogenesis. Like, are you really going to go towards?
Of course he
But
is.
see, but when they ask these questions, if you were to ask for anything back, they will not answer anything. I'm going to keep on making my claim. Creationists cannot answer anything. They could say poof. They can always go back to their thing that, well, God just did it. How? Oftentimes, why all this shit?
We don't need to know that.
God.
We don't need to know.
Don't need to know.
Not
That's
important.
For when we're dead, or never, because we just don't need to know those things. So, Johnny, I love you, but like, how did like God make life?
That's right.
And if it's just poof, 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 out of like voice. Also, if it comes out of your mouth, that's what he or she said. But if you spoke it into existence, that's magic. That is still the poof model that is being put forward.
But let me ask you this: why would God have a mouth? He doesn't need to eat.
Why would God need a starship?
God, he doesn't need to eat. He doesn't need to talk to anybody. Why would he even have a mouth to begin with?
A little weird. I want to know if he has cells. He, she, they.
No, but you always make a really good point.
I feel like continue, but I think we missed something also. I feel like
you always make a really good point that you don't even know why a god or a necessary being would have a mind, because the only thing a mind is used for is to help an organism survive. So you can you could go out and find food to eat and keep yourself safe from dangers. That's what you do with your mind.
Danger,
in the evolutionary
danger.
Exactly. Stranger danger. But God doesn't need to find food. He's got nothing he needs to protect himself from. Him having a mind or thinking about anything is completely useless.
And I do want to say, I feel like I forgot, but there was one out there that was like, and oh my goddess, someone said you just want to sin, and I forget who said it.
They say that all the time.
And you're right, a little bit, but only because I think it's funny. Also, sinning is just, and they were saying it was tongue in cheek. It was from a skeptic. So sending love. But
well, that's why I told Ken Hovind.
Offend a god. It's so funny that would even be a concept, because most people, especially in America, they use the lay version. Sinning just means bad things. So they're like, well, don't you sin? Doesn't everyone sin? Well, I mean, I guess if you're just asking in the lay type of not religious way,
have you ever done something you shouldn't have done or wished you didn't?
Yes, everyone. That's why you try and get better, and that's kind of like the thing of being a human being. Exactly. But have we ever offended a god? James, do you remember ever offending a god?
All the time, apparently.
Yeah, all the time. Well, I remember very specifically their followers, on behalf of God, love getting offended. But let's say
what really triggers me in that vein?
What triggers you? What grinds your gears?
I was responding to praise in this thing, and one of his fanboys comes in there and is like, praise, just block him or whatever. I'm like, just block me? Like, what are you so afraid of? Well, really, is what I'm saying really threatening your worldview that bad that you have to not see it? Because am I massaging those seeds of doubt that are in your mind? Am I interrupting your delusion? But the thing is that if they have God on their side, what could we ever do to defeat the will of God? I mean, we're mortal, fallible, mere humans. They've got the most powerful being in existence on their side, yet they need to worry about us. They need to shut us down, block us. You know, just seems silly that they seem so threatened by us when they have God on their side.
Yeah, you would think an all-knowing, all-powerful being wouldn't be triggered by who we have sex with, nonetheless. Or which religion.
What food you eat triggers him.
Or fabrics.
Oh my God, somebody's eating shrimp. Oh, that's so disgusting. How can they be eating shrimp? Oh, so terrible. Oh, look, somebody picked up sticks on Saturday. Oh no. You're good.
So, I see so much love. I have to send it out there. I'm
Do it to
getting
us.
ready to do it to us. So much love. I'm doing it over and over because I'm like practicing. So much love to Doorknob Head
Doorknob Head.
for $50. Woo! Thank you so very much, Doorknob Head. We cannot thank you enough and send that love back. And
I
Amy,
think she can do that for you.
can you say a message I can use on my answering machine? Please say, this is the literacy self-test hotline. After the tone, leave your name and number and recite a sentence using today's vocabulary word. Today's word is acetylnoloturnstratus. Thank you. Woo! Thank you so much.
Is that like
Tell me if I got
reCAPTCHA?
that right.
That's like a reCAPTCHA for your answering machine.
That is. How did you know my
You
password?
you have to pass the robot test.
Exactly. And oh my lordy, I cannot send so much love to Doorknob Head. It really is all of our Patreons, our channel members, and our super chats that really have been enabling us to make this content. And yeah,
and it's having an impact in the global economy. They're opening up an Amazon warehouse just for Amy. An entire warehouse.
The Borg is coming. I still buy things.
Yeah. You can't help it. You can't help it.
You see, once I got the implant, it's just easier to adapt. It just syncs.
What you just support.
Sending love out there. Really, thank you one more time. Like two more times, three more times to Doorknob Head, to all of our super chats, to all of our channel member comments and Patreons, as well as just the viewers and subscribers out there. We're gonna be going for, I guess this is
We'll go through the second hour.
Yeah, we'll go through the second hour, and the change will be up to you guys out there for how hungry everybody is. But keep on sending in those questions, comments, or one-liners, and then we're going to keep on going back to roasting religion, mostly of the fundamentalist kind. John is like, shrimp is disgusting, though. Oh, come on. Are you going to raid a Red Lobster, though? Is that what's...
Shrimp is amazing. I don't know what he's talking about.
I just find it funny because that and mixed fabrics and being gay, all equally
abominations,
sinful abominations of God, and yet, well, they only seem to pay attention to one, I wonder why. Why do they just seem to look at the junk in the trunk?
And that, to me, is the biggest red flag of a religion like Christianity. It is that, especially in the Old Testament, but it just has the stench of Bronze Age man all over it. It looks like nothing a deity would write. It looks like nothing advanced, all-intelligent being would come up with. It just seems like what Bronze Age man would have wrote about when they knew less than nothing about, well, anything. It definitely does not seem like it has advanced knowledge or wisdom beyond human capacity. That's just my take on it. What do you think, Newman?
I am sending love out to our chat because I am getting rid of our Sexatime promoter. As much as I love our bot friends out there, we're just going to add onto
You never got white served
very
at parties because
special
people
list.
like it, John.
But give me 1 second, and then we will read up another question.
Yeah. Amy's got a Hoven debate coming up. I'll probably have one coming up soon in the next month. I'll go wait till after she does one. But then we'll see what else Donnie has cooking over there for us. Sure, come up with something fun to debate. I like it. I know Amy likes it too. It is a lot of fun if you've never done it before. It can be a lot of work, the prep time, if you actually try to take the time to learn more about a topic before you go. It can take up a little bit of time, but it's time well spent. And if it's something that you're interested in, then it's not really that hard to do. I was seeing, you know what else I've been seeing a lot of online lately? It's been particularly, I think, on TikTok, a lot of people are coming out with this flamenco chronology crap, which he's a Russian mathematician. He wrote a series of books. I actually bought one of them just to see what the hell he was talking about. But he claims that that ancient history beyond or before like around 1000 AD, if I recall correctly, before that it's all fake, and that we got ancient history because in the Renaissance they took events from actual history and rewrote them and transcribed them as an ancient history. So you're just taking Middle Ages history, modifying it, and putting it back there, and it's the same thing going forward. Because you see trends in history, you see things that are part of the human condition. They're going to come up, and there's going to be similar types of things that happen. But it's gotten a lot of people to make videos, like they see a video or they even read a book about him, and then they go on TikTok and make a video saying ancient Rome was fake, it never happened. And there's historians and archaeologists saying no, we have an overwhelming amount of evidence that ancient Rome really did happen. They couldn't fake it all in the Middle Ages, and if you think they did, that's dumb. If you think they faked an entire empire's history.
And Doorknob Head, tell me how close I got to it, because I may have to tell me if you want, because I'm going to see.
Did you send that on Discord?
Acetylcholinesterase. Acetylcholinesterase. Sounds like you're getting a colon. But then once again, sending so much love out there to Doorknob Head and everybody, all of our supporters, our viewers, our subscribers. Was there another question? Keep on sending them in. We are asking me anything, ask us anything, or say something funny.
Rome landing on the moon is fake news. Well, I'll tell you what, if the Roman Empire never collapsed, who knows what they could have done if they continued on.
I mean, I like that a lot of it, was secular. They did some evil stuff too, but especially if you're a colonizer. But they also
Every group
had.
does.
You also have a lot of the arts and the philosophy and
Well, yeah. It's why
basically
we
a lot of the formalization of civilization and before the Abrahamic religion, or at least when the Abrahamic religion was off doing the side or its own thing.
I mean, that's why we had the Dark Ages after the collapse, where progress
That's
pretty
once
much basically
Christianity took
stopped.
over.
Yeah, progress basically stopped, and for hundreds of years we didn't really learn anything new or do anything great. We were kind of just stuck in one spot because people were obsessed with Christianity, and who cares about science when you could just read the Bible?
Exactly.
And you've got to go back and retake Palestine from the infidels, one crusade after another, and
But it's a good thing that, I feel like there's never going to be some sort of, religious holy war because of scripture, different religions, both claiming the same land.
I mean, that would be almost as silly as like different groups of Christians in Europe in the Middle Ages taking turns killing each other based on points of doctrine.
Also, John, I'll answer why it's serendip parties. It's probably because either they like seafood or it's alcohol, and so it's in a drink or something. But I will say, not only do I like this method so much, I think I don't even know. I wasn't sure if I was going to unlist it, copy it up. Maybe I'll just put what's it called, sort it out for everyone to see where each question is. Well, who knows? I'm trying to see what we're experimenting, ladies and gentlemen, because we just want to make sure that our supporters are feeling like they're getting love. We love our subscribers too. We're going to keep on doing 2 or 3 shows a week, but we also want to do once a month this show for everybody who's been sending us, extra love. We're sending that extra love back.
Shane says the Last Crusade almost worked, which different
Oh.
ones of them, actually different iterations of the Crusades, actually took the land for a time. Now they didn't permanently hold it, but they did take it at times for a while. I know I've asked Amy before about the what they call the Children's Crusade, which was when they said to prove Christianity is true and their devotion to God, well, we don't need knights and trained fighters. We could just march a group of kids to the Holy Land, and with God on their side, they would be able to defeat the enemy, right? Because they have God on their side. It doesn't matter who you send. You can send a bunch of kids, and they will take care of it. Except the ship captains that they paid to transport them all over there, then realized, hey, got a bunch of kids on the ship, and they're paying us to take them to Palestine. We could do that, or we could keep the money and just sell the kids into slavery. And that option sounded a lot more lucrative, so they went with the sell the kids into slavery option.
Oh, I got slavery stuck in my throat. Oh, because, it's objective. So funny. I think the atheist or skeptic, non-believer, whatever debate between morality is good. I just find it funny when it comes from theists, because it's just all they really have is might makes right, which is not what any of the atheists are saying.
The mafia boss.
The mafia boss, exactly. But send in love. Let's keep on going.
Let's go.
We're gonna go past the 2 and then see how much longer people want to go for a little bit. James Wolfe says, "Is it just us ethnic Jews that especially love shellfish and bacon? Let me tell you, My joke is that I am trying to make up for 3,500 years of ancestors who did not eat bacon. That's what I'm doing.
Or practice sodomy.
Not. I ate bacon today because I love it. I cannot help it. It is so good. And what's worse is I like pigs. I think they're awesome, fantastic animals. I think they're smart, intelligent. They can experiments have shown they not only can use joysticks with their hoof, but they can beat many different varieties of humans at video games. And yet, all that being said, have you ever tried a bacon cheeseburger? I'm just going to put that on the table.
They should have evolved to not taste as good.
Exactly. Which I have to say, there is nothing more blasphemous I can think of a combo. Maybe putting the shellfish on the bacon cheeseburger, but you're not supposed to have calcium on meat for some reason. And so, bacon cheeseburger.
Wrapped shrimp or bacon cheeseburger with shrimp.
Makes baby Moses cry. But James Wolfe, we are sending so much love.
Served by a waiter with a deformed testicle.
Oh my. What's up, Beebsy? Boom, 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 boom. What is up? Anybody else? Is there anybody out there? Sending love to everyone. In fact, we're going to keep on reading, but you can help us out by either becoming a Patreon, which is one of the best ways to support us. It also has some unique perks, but also by coming, that's what he or she said, a channel member by hitting that join button right down below. By hitting the join button, you also get some fantastic emojis out there. Like, there are amazing arguments. James, I don't know if you knew this, but it is an ancient argument that has been passed around in theist circles. But you just need to look at the trees.
Oh, I never
just look at them.
That one.
And they're so amazing. They're so beautiful.
Yeah, they are. God, it had to be designed by God. It's the only only thing that makes sense.
I think the syllogism kind of goes, look at the trees, therefore God. I mean, it's perfect. I don't even know why they're atheists.
How can you argue with that? How can you argue with that? You really can't.
Put your fedora on the rack.
Almost as powerful as a book said a thing, right?
Exactly. And James, once again, I will remind you, a book did say a thing.
I don't know about all this atheism crap, but we've got a really old book that says y'all are wrong. And yeah, the same book that talks about talking snakes and donkeys and deities telling people to use human excrement as cooking fuel also happens to be absolute truth. Absolute truth.
So you're sending so much love, Macro Granola. This is I wonder. Yeah, I have to figure out Twitch channel membership. This is a specific stream for our it's a stream for everybody. Everyone's involved. But the questions and one-liners are coming in from our supporters.
Patreons and channel members.
Yes, as well as super chats. There's a way to become a channel member on Twitch. I need to figure that out. Oh, whoa! Sending so much love. I see. P. Bartholio. Do. Oh my God! And I have to bring this up for it.
Look at the trees. Remember the trees from Lord of the Rings 2.
Exactly. They were so perfect.
The warrior trees. Yeah.
Look at the trees. They are lethal. Just randomly dropping branches on people's head. Bad trees. Killer trees.
Well, I don't know if I have to remind you, but we do have a famous incident in the Bible where Jesus did have to kill a tree. And if you've never heard it before, I'll just give you a quick summation of it. So Jesus walking down the road with his disciples, and they were walking, and Jesus was really hungry, and he was starving. He hadn't eaten, and he saw a fig tree up ahead, and he went running up to the tree thinking there would be some fruit on it, right? He was hungry. And when he got to the tree, guess what? There were no figs because it wasn't the season for figs. And he got a little mad, and he started yelling and cursing at the tree. And we know that because the disciples, they heard him. See, they were in the back. Jesus went running up, but they could still hear the conversation Jesus was having with the tree. And that's how we know, because they wrote it down, and Jesus didn't actually write anything for himself, but they did. And we know
Which is so
true.
Interesting.
And Jesus said, I'm going to basically kill you, tree. No one's ever going to eat from the fruit from you again. And he did. And he made sure that that tree would never produce any fruit, have no more fig tree babies. And for the crime of not producing fruit out of season, that infinitely wise, all-knowing God apparently didn't understand fig season. Go figure, huh? Go figure.
No, they don't seem to understand science at all. The religions, the Abrahamics.
But all the magic Jesus was doing, you have to wonder, why didn't he just go poof and the figs show up? I mean, he did magic at other times. Was he have a limit, like a quota on the amount of magic he could do? Like, I've already done enough magic for today. I can't do any more.
Exactly. He has a poof per quota. Poof per minute quota.
I don't know.
But
Crazy
sending
shit.
so much love, Peabot. Thank you for the super chat. Sending that love right back, and that's right. It's all about those killer trees. All about all of our supporters. I do want to just send out, because I saw the Twitch. I saw Macro Granola, but also Kill Doggy hitting it up. Maria in there sending love. Grade, is it Jazz Forever? Something like that. But they're sending jokes in there, so sending loves. I see a lot of funny stuff going on. In fact, we promote that on this show. I know. Might have to link it up if anyone wants to come on down. And I guess tomorrow I gotta really hook up. I think it is hooked up, but I just don't know much about it. The channel membership in Twitch, because they have that. You can add flair. Oh, you can add as I send it to Twitch.
The flare on.
There we go. Send it to YouTube.
Amy has 37 pieces of flair,
which is the right amount of flair that someone should have. But yes, sending so much love. Stilette LeRae for $5. Woohoo! Sending so much love.
Stilette.
Do you have respect for people with mindsets that require metaphysical questions to exist? Like, why is there something rather than nothing? And I'll let James answer this in a second. I would say my version is that we should be asking philosophical questions. We should be trying to expand our mind, create hypotheticals. We should think deeply about our epistemological toolkit. We should be thinking about the information that we take in, though that's slowly getting me slower towards science. But it's important. And I just think it just needs to have its priority. I think a lot of good hypotheses come out of these sorts of questions that we ask ourselves. The only thing I would say after that is that eventually you got to maybe write not only a syllogism down, but then go find a methodology, go create a model, and go out there and test it. So, a lot of times when I talk about consciousness, I think I sound a lot more, theoretical. James even says that I sound more philosophical when I'm starting to talk, and that may be because I wouldn't say we don't have a good brain theory. I would say they're islands of information that have to be connected. I would say I am, maybe working in more of the theoretical range, but I would also add eventually you have to create tests. And, just really simple, I talk a lot about artificial consciousness, and, it's great to sit here and talk about it, and to talk about it going hand in hand with artificial intelligence and what it would mean to have a synthetic version of life and all three of these categories. But the only way that any of that you'll know if I'm right or anyone else is if the theory produces a physical result. And in my opinion, that physical result would be an actual, creation. Well, I hate to say creation, but in this instance, it would be a creation because it would be a design. It would be an artificial thing. It would be us. Yeah. We would be actually artificially creating life after the natural abiogenesis. But long story short, it's important. Just like philosophy class is important, the majority of doctorates out there are doctorates of philosophy. And that generally means that your undergrad, you learn the information. Associates, you have a basic knowledge of it. Your bachelor's, you should be enough to call yourself an expert, at least in that field of it. Masters, you should be, a master of that field. Oftentimes, it is the same type of information at either a refined level, a really, you really get to pick sometimes a category. If you're a biologist, maybe you can be an evolutionary biologist. You could still do that on the biology level, on the undergrad level, but I'm just using that as an example. But on your PhD level, you are supposed to be, as a philosopher, you're supposed to be adding to the field. You're supposed to be making a hypothesis that would contribute to the field and then going out and actually seeing what it is. And you're going to either drive an answer one way or the other because you're going to get data. So, that's my answer. That's my long and short, simple way of saying yes, but I still like science on top as the priority. But James, do you have an answer for that as well?
Oh, yeah. I think you got that respect for people and their views, and
respect.
It's a valid question, right? Why is there something rather than nothing? And we don't have a very good explanation for that right now. And when you ask questions like that, these are some of like the hardest, most fundamental questions that mankind has ever pondered. And the ultimate truth of what, if there is a reason for that, is probably something so far beyond our ability to comprehend that it wouldn't even make sense to us right now. As fascinating as that is, be that as it may, usually when people are using these type of philosophical questions or that type of argumentation, is they're trying to obscure something that we might already know. They're trying to point to our ignorance at something and use that ignorance as a way to smuggle their beliefs, usually their religion, into our reality. And I like to tell them in debates, like, our lack of knowledge about something is not a license for you to just invent whatever explanation you come up with and think that we have to treat that as legitimate and as a rational possibility. So just to say, well, the axiom, I guess, goes like that I always say is, why is there something rather than nothing? You don't know, therefore God. And if you're going about it that way, I think that's a very dishonest and a very silly use of logic. And it really, I don't think people who make a lot of those argumentation are doing so in good faith. I think, so it depends on how you're using it. Depends on how much respect I'm going to give, how much credence I'm going to give to you as a valid interlocutor on the topic. But yeah.
Sorry. Thank you so very much, Celeste. It was a fantastic question, and keep in sending love to all of our supporters out there. Mwah! All right. Also, send in atypical atheist out there. I just send in love. We're backed up sometimes, like 10 or 15 minutes. We send hi and bye, which is my sexuality, to everybody here. So send in love. You definitely have a home
Praise
in
the Most
skeptic
High.
community. And like I said, I love your name just because I think it triggers creationists. Just like I think Stupid Whore Energy and Titan Uranus are still the two best names out there on the internet, but you're a close third. So, or I guess second, technically, since they're tied for first. So I'll give you second. But sending love. I hope you have a great night. Thank you for joining us. Thank you
so much.
We're still going to go a little bit longer, not too much longer. We hit the 2 mark, but we're going to go for some change because we got some more questions, some more love out there. And let's get Peabot on there. Peabot, do androids dream of electric sleep? I've seen things. Attack ships on fire off the shoals of Orion. That's right, everything was fine. I've seen sea beams glittering in the dark. Moments in time, soon all gone. Time to die.
That's heavy, man.
Well, thank you.
That's deep.
Thank you so much. Well, I will say, and what Peabot is asking, it's the androids of electric sleep. He is talking is there a ghost in the machine? Will androids dream electric sheep? It is a hard question. It is a hard question that I wrestle with because I feel like even when we can replicate a synthetic consciousness, I'm not 100% sure that, all of the biological humans are going to treat them well, because there's always going to be, scoffers who say, are they really conscious? Maybe they're just, you turn them off. And so it's hard. It's going to be, as if humans need just one more thing to separate ourselves for. Nonetheless, I think we should do it. We're gonna do it. I hope, because I wish you could pray, but instead I just hope.
Could be dangerous.
I hope that the right people create these synthetic beings. That's why I hope I can add something to the field, because I just have a little bit of Sam Harris in the back of my head that is just reminding me that, when we walk by ants, some of us may step over them if we're nice. You may even take a bug out of your house. But man, when you get an infestation in your own home, we're very quick to just eliminate all of the little things that aren't our conscious creatures. And so it just worries me. I hope that we don't become the ants in this scenario. Hopefully, we become a society. This is why we have one chance to get it right. We have to accept these synthetic beings. They're as our prodigy, along with our future biological humans. They're not. I don't think they're going to replace us. I think they're going to be alongside us. That's my guess. Maybe I'm being too optimistic and too cheery, but once again, I hope that we do so empathetically, because that's one of the great things about us as humans, as these conscious, sentient, introspective beings. We're gonna have to. We have feelings, and once again, we shouldn't rely on our fifis for when we're doing science. But if we're creating synthetic beings, then we're going to have beings that have fifis too. And that's going to be an important part. And
I don't
yeah.
know. You probably didn't watch it because it's only online, Paramount Plus. But the first season of Star Trek Picard, they really dealt with this a lot. Just very briefly, because I guess there was a time when they were building lots of synthetic life forms, and then one of them went on a rampage and killed a bunch of people. So they basically banned him after that. They banned development of synthetic life after that, and of course, Captain Picard was against that. He wanted them to be treated as you would treat any other person. But yeah. I do want to respond to this.
And we have to read. I think we missed Mark Reid's comment.
It's still up there. Question. The super chat.
No, his comment. It's not a super chat. We had to get to his super chat after his comment, but I think in between, if not before the super chats, was Mark Reid. Oh, okay. I'll just do it really quick. So, can you say Irish witch watch 3 times fast? Irish witch watch, Irish witch watch, Irish witch watch. Oh, sending so much love to Mark Reid out there.
Mark.
And I think we're about to read his super chat and others. Yes, I will say it's you gotta have it's with a little Bailey's cream. You gotta have a little Irish witch wash. And okay. You wanted to respond to something, and then we're gonna do.
I lost it. I'm not gonna go back and find it, but
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, but good. I had to. But sending love.
Just if I remember what he was saying is he's just using that question to point out the incompleteness that materialism has to offer, and I guess materialism is limited in its scope, but I don't know if I would consider myself a hard materialist, but probably close to it. I think there are things that we don't today understand as part of the material world that one day when we have a complete understanding of it, I think it all will fit in the material world some way.
I'll concede 50% of the material to energy. So sure, we can have matter and energy. In fact, we can convert it back and forth, see it all the time, use it all the time. Yeah. But I
would consider energy.
No, I know. Well,
you're doing tongue in cheek.
Yeah, I am. I mean, it matters on what level that we put it. If you mean the natural physical world, well, that is matter and energy. I mean, that encompasses it. But I mean, I say that also to play with things like our brain, because neurochemical signals are energy. They're doing work. And yet they're made of matter. They're made of regular old matter. There's nothing special about consciousness. It's working hand in hand with your tum-tums so that things can get grinded down into food via acid. But yeah, let's get some more comments up there. I think we'll go to 2:30. I think we'll go 20 more minutes and then wrap this up.
Sounds about right.
Once again, I feel bad. We are lagging on the chat because we're
If we miss your questions,
yeah,
repost it.
exactly. Just if we miss your question, repost it. If you are just a viewer if you are just a viewer or a subscriber, we will say hi to you. We will say bye to you. We will talk to you and stuff while we're going on here. And we will also respond to you if you're a creationist because we just can't help ourselves. So those are the metrics. But this is our once a month show for our supporters, our Patreons, our channel members, and super chatters out there to give them extra special thanks. But this is the skeptic community. This is the skeptic and ranting community. So we hope you're having fun with us out there. We're sending you love. And then every other stream will just be our regular stream. We will bring up any question or whatever. Sure. We tend to seek out people that want to talk with us anyway. But let's bring up Mark Reid. How many coders does it take to change a light bulb? That's a hardware problem, actually. Oh, that is a hard problem. Oh, as my hat hits the keyboard. Thank you so very much, Mark Reid. That is a very hardware problem. But yes, hells yeah, keep on sending in those one-liners. I feel bad because we don't have an audience behind us, but I will say one day, just like the ACA, who I am a member of, believe it or not. I can't help myself. I like being a member of the ACA so I can quick chat, especially if once again I gotta argue with creationists. But sending so much love. That's right, because I think we don't have, it's not we actually have a fairly quick chat, but and if we ever do go slow mode, I guess you could also, that'll let you bypass it. But sending so much love to Mark Reid out there. Does so many fantastic actual debates as well. So yeah, check him out. And sending love to computer science. Once again, also doing something that creationists don't do, which is research, or at the very least, when you're creating a program, you really are. You're you might start with a bunch of hypotheses. You're just daydreaming. Maybe it'll move into pseudocode. You're just, you're drawing boxes and lines, just trying to figure out the logic of shit. And then you're trying to actually code and try and run into error after error, and you kind of learn the hard way because the program just stops working, at least for a lot of the languages. And so you're like, oh, it stops. I made it stop working. And so you take out what you recently added, where you go back to where it was working at the one point, and just add in and slowly work on whatever it is. Also, a lot of languages will tell you. It's funny, our genes don't do this. You would think if it was intelligently designed. That's because a lot of these people, they talk out their butts. A lot of these creationists, I say people, because the skeptics are a lovely audience. They're amazing. And we just get to put things in our butt. It's a completely different thing. But sending love to all of our supporters.
Thank you, Mark.
So thank you, Mark. Woo-hoo. Love the fantastic and lovely and amazing Mark Reid. And a $5 super chat from the amazing, my two favorite names. I mean, sometimes you just need to tighten your anus, and other times you need to really understand at a deep scientific level. Stupid whore energy.
Very
deep $5, a very deep level. Life ain't nothing but bitches and money.
So deep, so philosophical. It really is.
Listen,
She really cuts through all the bullshit and gets right to the meat and potatoes of it.
it's true. Well, and it's so funny because there is nothing better. Sending love to James of Modern Day Debate and Sideshow Nav and the entire Modern Day Debate community. But there's nothing better than just hearing a question from Stupid Horror Energy. Exactly why do you think that the flagellum actually points in a direction of irreducible? It's like, okay, I just love you, Stupid Horror Energy, sending so much love consistently.
Stupid Horror Energy, Ken Hovind, always asking Ken questions that just
putting creationist toes to the fire.
Fly over his head or make his head spin. Make his hair catch on fire.
And oh my.
I still remember when she caught T-Rock fibbing about, I think it was Pacacetus.
Naughty boy.
He tried to sneak that in there and say it was fully aquatic. And she's like, no, it was semi-aquatic, but thank you.
I don't understand how they can't. Do they know what a frog is? Like, do they understand what a sea otter is? I could have said otter, but I gave them a bonus word just to give them a hint. Jesus Christ. Their Lord and Savior, apparently. I want to have a joke, just talking. I'm trying to think if I can even get it out now. Atheists will say,
push harder.
Push harder. They'll say Jesus Christ when they're orgasming, but afterwards they're just like, no, fuck this God shit. Something similar to that. I have to work it, but I'm really looking forward to getting back on stage. Oh, that is what I'm looking for. But sending love so much to Stupid Horror Energy.
Do the kids test. Bring in a bunch of 4-year-olds and let them classify the animals. Tell the scientists to go home.
Dude.
Go home, scientists.
I hate to say dumb, but basically, I think it was Neff, right? That was
Neff.
The methodology was
he kept bringing it up.
Well, you showed a bunch of kids a bunch of drawings, and they're like, yep, definitely, totally legit. And that's our scientific method, that you went to a 6-year-old and you're like, with a bunch of crayons, and you're like, hey, does this look like a dinosaur and man? Yeah? Woo! We might as well be printing this shit in history books and science books.
We've got these human footprints next to the dinosaur footprints, so that means they must have lived together. It means all of radiometric dating is shit. You can throw it all out. It means all of paleontology, geology is all shit. Throw all that out. And
but James, I have a book for you to replace those with.
Yeah. Or maybe, just maybe, they're not really human footprints. You are just seeing what you want to see in them.
Maybe you are.
And the experts have looked at them and said, no, they're clearly dinosaur footprints. They may vaguely resemble human footprint from some angles or ways of looking at them, but they are not, in fact, human footprints. Science is not broken. You still know things about the natural world. Don't have to bring a committee of 4 or 5-year-olds to classify the animals for us.
So I'm trying to show, before I send the super chat, I'm wondering, I wonder if I should show it because it has, I don't know if it'll be a copyright thing or not. I could always show it and then remove it if he calls it copyright. But I will, because I could want to just send love out there. What do you think, P-Bot? In a second, we'll bring up your comment. You tell us in chat if you think we should show it or we should just bring it up and talk about it and send love. Because we appreciate it. I'm glad it's in chat.
We definitely
sponsored by Sugarwooder again. But also sending love to John, who I just want to say taking the Lord's name in vain kind of makes it just a little bit better. Like, didn't that make it a little bit more spicy? Come on.
Just a little
Slap
bit.
her ass and make her say Jesus Christ. Or him, whatever you're into. It's been around for over 10 years. First aired in 2011. Well, I'll show it because we'll just shill for it.
We can, as long as we give commentary about it, it should be okay. It falls into the reaction video spectrum.
Exactly. We won't just show. We won't shut our big mouths. We'll just
We're
talk
adding
over
to it. Yeah.
Adding to it.
People seem to be allergic to just.
Hold on 1 second. There we go. Sending
Gizmo
love. Let's bring it up as well. Sending so much love to Peepathulio for $2, who is saying, hey, look at this.
People seem to be allergic to just about everything. And we have to sleep. That takes up far too much of my time. And we have to eat and poop. Disgusting. Humanity, the pinnacle of evolution? Oh, a work in progress. We're still in the prototype phase. Still working out all the bugs. I want...
We gotta work it out. Hold on. I'm gonna stop it just to work out the bugs.
Be upgraded. I want to run the
transhumanism.
It's only when we are completely connected that we shall surpass our primitive default programming. We will scan our own minds, master them, upgrade them, back them up.
Funny enough, I get that a lot. People are like, all right, Amy, because I talk about consciousness, and after they make the joke that they're like, all right, when are you going to upgrade us like the Matrix? I don't think it's going to work that way, or at least that's not what I'm working on, because I do believe, I have a hypothesis that, and you could do it artificially, and, maybe I think it would fuck with us. I'll tell you that. But I don't understand how you could learn without going through experience. As in, when you learn something, and sometimes we learn the hard way, and that's for a reason. When you learn something, you're going through a system, you are learning multiple things, you're becoming familiar with them and going into a range where you're trying to become an expert. And oftentimes there's intermediate stages in between. Yes. And that is just, it's a complicated, more messy process than people say. So I don't want to throw out people's, dreams of getting just Matrix program. If there's someone out there that's not what I'm working on. If there's someone out there that wants to work on it, please do. I can't think of any way without creating artificial memories. And I feel like that just comes with a whole bunch of shit too. Because once you're creating artificial memories, things just get fuzzy. I just think things will get fuzzy. Not saying people shouldn't do it, or it might not become the way of the future. But I don't know how you would, and we are just such messy creatures that it would further complicate things. But hey, who knows? Do. And okay, going back in.
What? You didn't back up your brain? Well, that's just plain foolishness.
It is.
Everything shall be possible.
Also, that's what the cloud is, by the way, is a server. Do I know what the cloud is? It's just a fancy word for a server that isn't, or a server is a fancy word for a computer, generally a really cheap computer because they've scaled it down. They don't have oftentimes doesn't have a graphics card, or you can often stack them. And and so the cloud is basically a bunch of just, you're like, hey, I do not want to lose my crap. So instead of just saving this document on my computer, you know what? I'm going to put it on Google's computer because the chances of their computer going crap is a lot lower. and it's saved
Your hard
on
drive
there.
patches,
And and they have backups. They have one. If one of these servers dies, they're always making backups. It puts it on the other server, and woohoo! Will our consciousnesses be on them one day? Who knows? That also, I don't think that's going to be possible. But once again, I could be wrong.
That's been a proposal for, why we don't see aliens out there. That once the civilization got once they got advanced enough, they would inevitably realize that living in a computer world is so much better than the real world. So they would all upload themselves voluntarily into like a matrix style system, where I guess you would need like a certain percentage of them to stay out and maintain the system, but they would like alternate it. You stay out for a year and maintain it, then you go back in for 5 years or whatever. I don't know.
So I guess that's a possibility with a simulation type of thing. I always worry about that. I always say, I have, with the won't get into too much of the epilepsy and all that, but
right.
all those syndromes. And damn it, I'm gonna miss my train of thought that I wanted to say before. What were you just talking about?
Well, I talked about
remember.
Aliens would upload themselves into
the Fermi paradox. Thank you. The reason I was thinking about this last night, I think I know why we haven't been visited by aliens. I think I talked about this on the last stream, and it's very simple. It would have to be solved not by a species like us. Because if you think about it, we do not solve the Fermi paradox ourselves. Like, we don't help cure the Fermi paradox. It's not like we're going out there and actually discovering civilizations and introducing ourselves to, other life forms that are in other galaxies.
Sure.
We don't make the mark. It has to be a species not more evolved, but either more technologically advanced than us. And so it doesn't surprise me. I mean, it's this hard to get us, and so it's got to be an even harder probability than us. It's got to be life forms more technically advanced than us. So it doesn't surprise me that we're not being seen by aliens all over the place, because once again, we don't even make the cut. But I mean, hopefully we will one day. We're not out of the race yet. We still got a lot of time. But let's finish this.
Everything will be both real and virtual. Everything that you imagine shall manifest. The world will be.
Wait. Okay, Soros is allowing us to finish.
Bring out the singularity.
Yes. There's a scientific computer science definition of a singularity that is nothing like what they think. I'm trying to remember. Yeah. There's an actual technological singularity that's like, I'm trying to remember, like when our computer power is stronger than a certain measurement. I really am not doing it justice, so I have to. But they use it as a lot of woo oftentimes for other people. But Pete, that was funny. Thank you so very much, Peabot. Enjoyed it. Yeah. Go check it out if you would like, without our commentary butts on top of it.
It's like the what is it? The artificial intelligence singularity, which is when they would evolve to become something that we couldn't even comprehend anymore. That's when they all just decide that they know better than us, and
like I said,
Matrix world for our own good would be better for us.
See, better for us. Yeah, and it would be this world. This world just looks so natural, so 50-50, like bad stuff, good stuff, cold. This isn't definitely, if they're plugging us in, I don't know. It's hard to defeat solipsism.
Oh, I'm not saying that we are plugged in, but I'm talking about in the future, possibly.
But I will say, plug. We are going to read as many comments, question, or one-liners from channel members, Patreons, and Super Chats as we can until and then we're gonna head out. This will be the we're gonna wrap up. So sending so much love out there. But as I catch up, I have a little.
Did you see SWE send a super chat?
Yes, here we go. Give me 1 second though, because I want to get everything right.
Everything just right.
Okay, I had to look it up. And now I understand that I can do this properly. I know, exactly. Hold on. My beautiful hair. From Stupid Horror Energy, $5 says, Amy, can you bless us with in a goof face? And I had to Google what that was, but I hope I did good.
I think it fits the bill.
Sending love, Stupid Horror Energy.
If not, send another one, and then she'll try again.
Yes, I also accept dollar bills between.
You don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight.
Yes, exactly. And sending so much love, and we're resisting. We see a lot of viewers and subscribers out there sending questions. We will if we want, save them for every other all the other streams. We will continue to read them out. I think what we're gonna do is because I've been going back and forth whether I should cut this up, whether I should stop it after or unlist it afterwards. Maybe I'll just keep it live. I think this has been a great mix, and I feel and also keep it public afterwards because this has been great. I feel like we've been able to talk with our viewers and our subscribers, and I think this has been a great way. We got so many more comments, questions, and one-liners from Patreons, from channel members, and from
that bell notification that we're going by.
It is.
That's what they're all looking for.
The bell and the your home page, I think also you come up in front. Both of those.
It'll show you
but only if you're a subscriber and you have that bell. So once again, it really is that. Yeah, you're right.
Ring the bell.
Any other final ones that we're looking for? Send in love out there. The best way to help us, the ones who give us the most cut, is Patreon. And once again, we don't want to sell the invisible product. We are two skeptic schmucks that want to create content for non-believers or just science-minded people. So that's what we're getting. I am going to be doing more open mics. I am going to be doing some street epistemology. We are going to get more debates up there in the streets. Trying to think. What else? Do you see any more out there? If not, we're going to start to wrap up soon.
No, we can start to wrap it up in a minute. What you mentioned today is we feel that religion is a scam, and it really is. And if you tried anything else like that under any other context, you'd be thrown in jail. If you make a promise to people, you promise an unlimited return on their investment, infinite % return, and then you tell them you have to wait until after you're dead to get it. It's just, if that doesn't just say scam, I don't know what does. But tell somebody, look, Amy, I have a wonderful deal for you. So you give me everything you have in this life, and you know what's going to happen? when you die, it'll look like you're dead, but you won't really be dead. You won't really be dead. I will transport you somewhere else, and you will have it all. You will be a billionaire. You will never have to work a day in your life. You'll have everything you could ever want. And you just have to wait till after you're dead. Isn't that sound great, Amy?
Oh, I just can't wait to worship the, objectively moral guy who drowned a bunch of children. I feel like, where can I sign up?
And that's key. You have to sign up because, look, God respects people's free will. God
I thought you were
really
going to say
wants
my
you.
authority. Okay.
Well, that too. But he really respects free will. He wants you to worship him. But look, he is not going to spiritually rape you. He will not force you to worship him. He only wants people to worship him if they're doing it out of their own volition, their free will. If they just love him that much that they want to spend eternity telling him how great he is, and that's great. So it's your choice. The choice is up to you. You can either spend eternity telling him how great he is, or you can spend eternity burning in conscious torment. But it's your choice. No pressure. No pressure, Amy. What do you think?
Like maybe if you held a gun to my head, there'd be a little bit less. But besides that, I can't think of anything less.
It's your free will.
Or else.
Well, hey, he's got to do something with you. And if you're not up in heaven, well, he's got to put you somewhere. And he's under no obligation to make sure you're comfy if you make the decision you don't want to worship him. And these are the things that we get pointed out to us. Like, what did I get hit with today after Praise said I'm not a Christian because then he said, "Oh, you don't understand the gospel.
You were never a Christian," is what he said.
Yeah, never a Christian. He said, "You don't even understand the gospel. What's the gospel?" So I gave him a pretty good rundown of it. I know what it is. I was a Christian until I was like 31 years old. I understand the claims that they're making. I understand what they're saying. It's not that I don't know. I just don't think it's true. But and they think the gospel is just this beautiful, amazing story about God's love and mercy and compassion. And at some level, there is a lot of that in the gospel. But once you take a look behind the curtain and you find out what's going on, it really isn't so. It really isn't all that it's cracked up to be. You have to consider, and the analogy that I always make is like, God has put us all on a boat and he's driven us out into the middle of the ocean, and then he tosses everybody overboard. Now, he's God, right? He's under no obligation to save anybody, but being charitable, he says, I'm going to throw some life preservers out, enough so that maybe 10% of them will be able to get a life preserver and be saved. And so if you are lucky enough to be able to get one of those life preservers, he gave you, then he'll pull you back up on the ship. And the first thing he's going to say to you, yeah, aren't I amazing? I saved you. I just saved your ass. Now you need to thank me forever because I just saved you, right? He's not telling you that, well, actually, he caused all the problems to begin with. So saving you is the least thing he could have done. But he's the boss. He doesn't have to do anything. He's the boss. He can do what he wants. If he wanted to save nobody, he could save nobody. Just be thankful he saved you. And it really does turn into this like, hey, I'm just happy he saved me. It sucks to be everybody else, right? It sucks to be all those people who were born into cultures where they never heard about Christianity. Sucks to be them, right? Because they have no chance of being saved.
And they're just going to burn forever, though. So, it's kind of a happy ending.
And Jesus will sit by idly indifferent to their suffering. It says in Revelation that they'll be tortured in the presence of the Lamb. So he's going to be there watching it, and he is not going to be moved in the slightest to help them or do one thing to ease their suffering.
He's the good guy.
He gives no fucks. He don't care. And, yeah. Anyway, any final thoughts, Amy?
And all right, no, I think we are good. I think unless gonna send one more love out there. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, we're gonna be doing this once a month, and it's about to be a new month, so we may even do this, soon. We'll probably give a week, have some more fun content, maybe get a Bible study,
We'll
maybe do another topic or two.
We've got some topics coming up. We got some videos in the queue.
But anything else besides that?
Oh, we do have doorknob Amy brand merch. Burn oil. Yeah.
Oh
we
my.
do have merch now.
Yeah, well, I will say, and I have to get the funny stuff. I'm working on getting the emojis and stuff into shirts, but we do have a store.
Panties.
Oh my. I wonder if they do. I don't even think they sell that stuff. That'd be interesting though.
The crotch is missing on these panties, huh?
Huh.
Oops.
But I'll show everyone. This will be the last thing before we go out.
Where'd you get the sports cap on? Etsy?
So these are all from Teespring, built into YouTube. This is enabled right from here, so you can use your Gmail account if you would like to do so. And yeah, we're gonna get some more. This is just the beginning. We are going to be getting a whole bunch of other stuff up there. We also have both unisex. We got guys t-shirts out there, and we got things for the ladies.
We have 57 genders worth of stuff on there.
We always get grief for that. That Zuckerberg, like Zucker, that is going to haunt us forever because that's
lean into it.
A Facebook
Just
thing.
run with it. Just
I know.
With it. Okay, 57 genders.
57.
Will be more tomorrow.
Well, and once again, if you ask them what gender their god is, it always becomes, like I said, I joked, they become postmodern. They're like, oh, well, he's a guy, but actually he's genderless. It depends on what form that he's in. It's like, wow, I had no idea you were so open to gender.
Some of them will say, no, he's a guy. You'll ask him, does he have a... Yes, he has a penis.
He's a guy. He's got a swingy thingy.
He has a penis, even though he doesn't need to pee, and there are no other gods for him to be having sex
besides that.
So it's completely useless for him, but he has one.
Doesn't have a male chromosome. That's the other thing they bring up. So they're looking for chromosomes, as if humans just wake up every day and they're like, oh, I wonder what my chromosome is. Oh, look at that. I guess that's how I should pick out which hat I wear and what I wear for anything lower than, my waist. Instead of
that's right,
pick a skirt or pants.
Every time they bitch about it, add another one. Add another one.
That's right. Well, I know. We should just leave. Well, that's why, we listened to, Godwin's Law out there scream about global homo. And it's just like, we're like, yeah, bring it on. More global homo. Wait till they conquer. Even though I'm bisexual. So I have to kind of like straight people because I'm attracted to you. No. But I'm attracted to gay people. I don't even know. I would say which way's up, but it's kind of like the dip. Or I would say like you're having a sampler and everything just tastes good. I mean, it's hard to complain, right? Right?
The clock is going backwards. She's crazy. That means lunch won't be until yesterday.
Exactly. Oh, I love when big shout out to everyone out there on Whose Line Is It Anyway, who has to do a certain bit that's like at least 5 minutes long, which is long for a bit, and then do it backwards sometimes. But James Wolfe asked, did your sports cap come on Etsy? Sending love. I'll ask it again because I'm gonna. James Wolfe, did you get the sports cap on Etsy? No, I did not actually. I got it from the Borgosphere, from the A to Z on the Amazon jungle. It is
Gotta give Jeff Bezos his
specifically. Cut. This is specifically Norm Macdonald's hat. Well, I would say it's Norm Macdonald's hat, but he just bought it, I think, on the Amazon. I can't really call it his hat. But he had a red and white version before any of the political or anything. Those were just the colors. He had a red and white hat that said sports. And I just thought that was so friggin' cool. I thought it was so funny. And it just, you go on to the website, and it's got 4 colors. I think you could pick a green and a something, and the red and the white and something else. And they had a black and white, and I just can't help it. I tend to be time to really bring in those subscribers, baby. I tend to be, all about the black clothing. No, though I will say that I am a basic bitch who wears black, which means that I am what people think of when I could be cast as a goth or a punk rocker, but I'm more just someone who has black Uggs. I tend to, and drinks her caramel frappuccino. But nonetheless, this is available for everyone, this sports hat. It's fantastic. You should get it.
Fantastic.
Once again, between the 4 colors, you could probably find it in something related to whatever your team, your local team is. Go local team, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you so very much, James Wolfe, sending so much love.
Thanks, guys. Stupid Hard Energy getting slut shamed.
Oh my. I will say, though, if you're getting slut shamed and you're into shame, that's kind of like, and I'm not saying she is, I'm just saying that it just makes someone a naughty girl. What are we doing? What are we talking about?
Very, very naughty.
Very naughty. Hold on. Let me get. As we get later into the podcast, we can do this, right? We're gonna just go.
Yeah. We can.
Only on OnlyFans. But sending so much love, and okay, I think we can start to wrap up. Unless anyone else has anything, just sending so much love. There's lots of ways you can help us and support us, but hopefully, like I said, we don't want to sell the invisible product. Hopefully, we give you something back in return. We just want to send love really to the skeptic and ranting community, because it doesn't matter if you might not be able to help us. You may not be able to help us in any way, but being a subscriber or a viewer and all, just like James says, all we could say is thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It is you guys who make this channel rule. And I think that's gonna be it. I think. So, maybe show shoes. Oh my goodness. I mean, I feel bad because she has been tipping us. You asking me to get naughty though. I feel like there may be. Though I'm sure they're. Okay, listen. Just because I am a plowed crazy.
This is not going to be an every show thing.
No, I never. Well, I feel bad. Like I should. Like, yeah, should I fight it? Should I fight it like a Sith Force? Because we said we weren't. Oh my god. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. Stupid. We're gonna make a compromise, okay? Because it's not a super chat and it's not a channel member or a Patreon. So, oh wait, there you go. There we go. Okay, I want that dollar bill. I want that dollar bill tucked in. I was gonna make a compromise, but the full thing. I want that. I want the. Here we go. Do I have to? It goes right down there. Right down there.
Right there. Yeah.
Right there. And then we're tucking out.
Tucking out.
Hopefully, because all of this. Oh, pick any amount. Any amount. It doesn't matter. $1 or $2, as much as your heart's content. Stupid whore energy. You. We're just sticking to the rules.
Of engagement.
We've been good because, like I said, I want to show everybody's comments up there, but it's actually been really good. This has been a unique thing. I think this has been the most successful. We've only run 2 shows, but this has been the most successful. Okay, here we go. Stupid whore energy.
$20.
$20. Okay. This means I gotta put.
You gotta take your socks off.
Here. Oh, I know exactly. Where I'm doing basically a little tease. Maybe. But yes, and I will say, because they look good here, and so you might as well show off. I kind of like when things match.
Your nails done?
I might have. Yes, I might have. Just put the grippers away. So the souls, ladies and gentlemen, all about the souls, all about ship souls. And if you are a Christian, a fundamentalist, and you're like, look at this degeneracy, look at this sinning, you just make it that much better. That's all I really have to say.
And then they slip inside chat. How much to smell them?
Oh my! Now we're gonna have
on the down low. How much to smell them? Even though you're disgusting.
Well, it's always. I mean, it's everyone like the Amazings. They're all. Oh, I hope this not only pisses off a fundy, but you know what? If this makes you super hot in your tingle space, we also hope that happens too. And then we hope that also triggers the fundamentalist.
If you want to imagine those feet kicking you, probably arrange that too for a sum of money.
And I'm just going to show the pink off one more time. I'm going to show souls one more time, and then we're going to wrap up.
Wrap up.
Because we're getting to Amy time. In fact, it's about to be hour 3. Oh, my God. Okay. But, yes, I just want to show off the fact. I mean, these are, it matches, and I just can't help
They match. It's the same exact shit.
Listen, accessories... Everything. One more time. Stupid whore energy. The best name. Tied with Titan your energy. Tighten your energy.
Tighten your energy.
The one and only stupid whore energy.
Stupid whore Uranus and tighten your energy.
Tighten your energy. Sending so much love. Ian Davenport sending a super sticker saying you are amazing.
20 Aussie bucks.
And that is what the super sticker's doing.
Rocking, partying out.
Partying out, sending so much love, Ian Davenport.
Thank you so much, Ian and STB.
So much love right back.
Ken Hoven's got a debate tomorrow, so you'll probably see Stupid Whore Energy trolling that side chat as she is known to do.
As we love her doing, because there's nothing better like just getting a chemical composition question from Stupid
I'm
Horror.
surprised she hasn't worked her way up to be on Whack an Atheist, because she's always sending him questions. I can't.
It's
Today
time to
we're
get
gonna
whacked.
whack
Well,
Stupid Whore Energy.
or
She
maybe just
really
because he
has
can't say that word.
she really has a SpongeBob imagination for this evolution crap.
But sending so much love, Ian Davenport,
Ian,
we
thank you,
really cannot thank you enough. It has been really amazing. We want to keep on growing. We want to keep on creating more skeptic and non-believer content. And yeah, it's kind of been you guys and gals who have enabled us to do it. So thank you so very much. Sending so much love, Ian Davenport. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And okay, we stuck to it, James. We did it.
We got
this
it.
This is a great combo. We're going live. We're talking with everyone. We're saying hi and bye, and yet we're actually being able to give something back to our supporters because our supporters give back to us. So woohoo!
Thanks, guys.
Oh, I know. Him and Matt Powell. I think that's they probably watch Patrick and SpongeBob, and they're like, "That's us." Oh, aren't we like this close?
Do you think you could get that pacifier out of Ken Hoven's mouth?
Oh my, no!
I don't think so. Only Matt Powell could.
Like I said, probably calls him Daddy. Now, not that we don't kink shame. I like a good schoolgirl outfit myself. What? What are we talking about?
Does he put diapers on Matt Powell?
Maybe slowly.
Most likely. Yeah. Most likely.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any. I feel like there's other ones. Hopefully we're going to be getting on Modern Day Debate back soon. I have to send an email to James again. Or trying to think what else. Sending love to Tang Gang. You guys should check everyone out there and all of the non-believer affiliated. Should go on the ACA. We don't schism, ladies and gentlemen, so we don't have to have these crazy things. But yeah, James, are you ready? Is your body ready? All right.
Ready. Thanks again, guys. We love you guys.
That's right. Well, with that, then, one last thank you to every Patreon channel member and super chatter, because I hope you all had a fantastic time on Ask Us Anything or Say Something Funny. Boop. Episode Deuce, the show where we read questions or one-liners from our supporters. We hope to grow this along with the entire channel. And we're sending love to all of our skeptic brothers and sisters out there.
And everything in between.
And everything in between. That is right.
All 59 genders now.
Keep it funny, because sometimes the best answer to superstitious beliefs are barrels filled with laughs. With that,
buckets of chuckles.
That's right. I want to thank my co-host, James W., along with all the people who sent in comments, questions, or one-liners, as well as the people in chat, our awesome mods who make this stream so great, and lovely viewers like you who make this channel even possible. If you enjoy the show, please don't forget to like, follow, or subscribe.
Subscribe.
Ooh. Then set that bell icon to all so you can join our live streams. Or hey, leave a comment once the video's done. After the show, we will be heading over to the Skeptic and Ranting Discord server, the link of which is in the description below.
It's gonna be lit.
Along with our fantastic, fabulous, amazing channel members. Lastly, the best way to support us making even more content and get some unique perks is by checking out our Patreon at patreon.com/Amy Newman. I am Amy Newman. And we will see you all on the next episode of Skeptic Ball Z. Good night, everyone.
Guys.
Mwah.